Hello and welcome. In this video I will provide my thoughts on the sale of NUUM token for Bit.Country Community, and I will also share some calculations to decide whether this sale could be profitable or not. Thank you for subscribing. First, let's compare the purchase price of NUUM token with previous community sales of other .sama projects. ACA token was sold for 90 and 98 cents, and the total supply of ACA is 1 billion tokens. Moonbeam will also have the total supply of 1 billion, but its native Glimmer token was offered for only 25 cents. The latest two sales were Zeitgeist, where the price of one ZTG token was $1.25, but Zeitgeist is project on Kusama and the total supply is 100 million tokens. Manta network had a token sale 2 weeks ago and one Manta token cost 36 cents with 1 billion token supply. Therefore, comparing to all these previous community sales, no wonder Bit.Country Community is not satisfied with the price 45 cents per one NUUM token. Let's see whether this NUUM token sale could be profitable or not. Now here I present conditions which, if are met, NUUM sale could bring substantial profit. Ideally, we want to get NUUM tokens as soon as possible right after TGE. This will happen as we will receive 100% of tokens 30 days after TGE. Also, the tokens from the sale, those 80 million, should be the big percentage of all tokens in the total circulating supply. I will show you in another slide that this will likely be the case. However, we will not be purchasing the tokens for a very low price, which would automatically guarantee several X profit. Also, naturally, it is good when there is not a great amount of unlocked NUUM tokens before we can sell our tokens from the sale. This is uncertain at this moment, but I would also rather say yes, this will work out. It is absolutely crucial for the majority of VC and investors tokens to still be locked at the time we get our NUUM tokens and when we will be looking to sell them. I will show you that most of investors tokens should be really locked. And lastly, I'm hoping to receive the tokens while the metaverse hype in .sama ecosystem still lasts, while the whole crypto market is in uptrend, and also before a greater amount of NUUM supply is unlocked. But mainly those two former conditions cannot be guaranteed at the moment. Now, allocation and vesting. This looks confusing, but actually it is really simple. The entire NUUM token supply is divided into three groups. General public 50% of supply, the blue rectangle, private and seed investors 25% of supply, red rectangle, and founding group 20% of supply, green rectangle. The purpose of this is to determine what percentage of the NUUM total supply will be circulating on the market at the time NUUM tokens will be distributed to sale participants, and most importantly, how many tokens owned by private investors will be unlocked. The purple rectangle indicates the tokens which will be locked for many months after we receive tokens from the sale, so purple rectangle is good. Yellow rectangle contains tokens which will be or could be unlocked right after TGE. Thus, tokens which will be or could be circulating by the time we receive NUUM tokens from the sale. Now, about those yellow tokens, why do I say that these tokens will be or could be unlocked? Because unfortunately I did not manage to find any more detailed vesting schedule specifying when exactly after TGE these tokens will be unlocked. So for those 7.7% private investors tokens and for those 50% general public tokens, I need to go with this rather vague information to be allocated and vested. Here I try to provide my estimation of the NUUM token circulating supply at the time when we receive our tokens from the sale, including these tokens. In that previous slide, all of these tokens were indicated as either to be allocated or vested after TGE. So 7.7% for private investors, that is 77 million tokens, plus campaign-based airdrop 20 million, plus Metaverse Foundation 100 million tokens. Now, crowdloan rewards. Let's assume Bit.Country Continuum will allocate a high percentage from total supply for crowdloan rewards, let's say 20%. That is 200 million NUUM tokens, and maybe around 30% from those 200 million will be unlocked shortly after TGE. So all these allocations, that is in total 397 million NUUM tokens. Now I would assume that only around 30% from those 397 million NUUM tokens will be unlocked 30 days after TGE. That means 119 million tokens. Now plus those 80 million tokens from community sale, we get that at most around 200 million NUUM tokens could be in circulation by the time the tokens from the sale are distributed. And it might be even slightly less, maybe only around 15%, as is the case for most of the new projects which get listed. Now let's look at the potential market cap and price of NUUM token. In this upper part, I calculated with the cap of $100 million 30 days after TGE. This is when tokens from the sale will be distributed. Assuming the circulation supply will be those 200 million NUUM with 100 million cap, one NUUM would be trading at 50 cents, pretty much the same as the purchase price in the sale. Now with double market cap, $200 million, and still with the same circulating supply, 200 million NUUM, easy math, one NUUM would be trading at around $1. And the third scenario calculates with a circulating supply of only 15%, thus 150 million NUUM, by the time we receive the tokens from the sale, including those tokens. Assuming the market cap still $200 million, one NUUM would be trading at $1.33. That would mean almost 200% gain on the initial investment. Now let's see whether and under which conditions crowdloan could be more profitable than NUUM token sale. Since I assume that Bit.Country Continuum will allocate maximum 20% from total supply for crowdloan, I divided 200 million NUUM by the potential total DOT collected in their crowdloan. If the total DOT is only 2.5 million DOT, the reward would be 80 NUUM per 1 DOT. For 4 million total DOT collected, that would be 50 NUUM, and for 7 million total DOT, only 28 NUUM per DOT. Let's assume the price of 1 NUUM is $1. Based on these calculations, I believe NUUM crowdloan on Polkadot could be more profitable than NUUM community sale only if the total DOT collected in crowdloan is very low, at most 4 million DOT. If the reward is 50 NUUM and 1 NUUM is $1, assuming DOT will be trading around $50, that is 100% profit. But also if NUUM token will be really trading at $1, you would also make more than 100% profit from the purchase price 45 cents. So once the total DOT is around 6 to 7 million, the community token sale should be much more profitable. Now it is up to you to decide what total DOT collected you would expect in Bit.Country Continuum crowdloan. Now conclusion. Naturally, if you decide to skip NUUM community sale and contribute to Bit.Country crowdloan on Polkadot, the great advantage of this is that you get your DOT back in 2 years. Whereas when you purchase NUUM tokens in the sale, you spend your DOT or stablecoins. However, if you make 100% profit on NUUM tokens purchased in the sale in 3 to 4 months, and then you reinvest your gains, you can actually make several more multiples within these 2 years. As I said, I think crowdloan could be more profitable only if Bit.Country collects at most 4 million total DOT. But remember, Bit.Country Pioneer collected 209,000 KSM in Kusama auction. To be fair, there is no doubt that 45 cents for NUUM token is quite high price, considering this is a community sale and compared to the price of Glimmer and Manta tokens. It is certain that NUUM token will not make you 10 multiples profit unlike Glimmer. It is just better to know what gains you can realistically expect. Still, if 30 days after TGE the market cap is around $200 million, one NUUM could be trading slightly over $1, that would still make you 122% profit on that purchase price 45 cents. In my opinion, that is a pretty decent appreciation given you would more than double your investment in just 3 to 4 months. In that vesting schedule, we could see that the majority of investors' tokens will be locked for many months after TGE, so there is not such a big danger of investors dumping their NUUM tokens as there is with Glimmer and ACA tokens. However, we still need to be aware there is a possibility, even though rather low, that once we get NUUM from the sale, it could be trading under those 45 cents. Yes, at the moment there seems to be quite a strong hype about Bit.Country and Metaverse, but in a few months the situation could be different. Crypto could fall into bear market, or there could be simply higher demand for other Polkadot projects. Personally, after doing these calculations and some basic research about Metaverse and Bit.Country's technology, I believe the chance of making some interesting profit on NUUM token is much greater than the risk of making a loss. And crypto market and investing in general is all about probabilities. There are no certainties. Therefore, I will be taking a full allocation. And lastly, please do your own research and feel free to review my calculations and information provided in this video. I could easily get something wrong. The purpose of this video is not to prove I'm right, but to find out whether or not participating in a NUUM sale will be profitable. Thank you very much for watching and bye bye.